Leo, I pre-shuffled the cards so we can get right to your reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you relate to what I'm saying, at least on some level. I'm still new, so I appreciate your support. You can always unsubscribe later if it turns out I'm not that person for you after all. But, we all get drawn to certain readers for different reasons, so I, a lot of my readings are really for people who are feeling a disconnect from their person and are looking for some insight on how to handle it. All right. Let's see. Your overall energy, I love it. Your wish is coming true. Wish fulfillment. I try not to look at it. Some people see that card and see all these, the imperfectness of it, of the number 9. And it's more of a selfish kind of thing. But I just see it. I've always sensed in it when I looked at it, it's like, you know what? This is happening. I always see this guy or girl. I mean, yeah, it's not male, female energy, whatever. But they're sort of just like, I got this. I have got this, right? That's what I see when I see that. It's like, I got this. Which is so funny because your first card is what I call the winter solstice card, which you'll get sick of me saying that, I'm sure, because in the readings, every time I see it, that's what I think. There is a sense of relief that comes with it, even though it's a really dark card, because I feel like the dark night of the soul is over. The worst has happened. The winter solstice means, from here on out, it's just going to get sunnier and sunnier. It's the darkest day of the year, right? So, I think whatever's happened between you and your person, it's only up from here. I think you're gonna start or restart. If this is, I get the sense that, obviously something had to have happened. So there is a prior existing relationship here. Or if it's not, it could be, I haven't seen a past life soulmate card here yet on the table, but keep that in mind that it could be, because a lot of times my readings are generated for people who feel that type of connection with somebody. So even if I don't see it on the table, it's very possible. And it may yet come up in our reading. It also could be that this person not well enough, but there was some, when the communications went awry, but I think it's going to get worked out, whatever happened, whether it's horrible or just something minor. All right. I think that you're seeing this as a choice, and you are really locked into this choice. This is like an infinity symbol too. I think you're just thinking about how you're going to handle it, right? You want to believe in your intuition, but you can't just yet. I haven't, other than knowing that this is your wish fulfillment, but I think you're capable. I think that your intuition is trustworthy. So if you sense, it's not wishful thinking. I believe that you do sense deep down the truth. I think when you feel something, it is real, but you also have one foot in the real world, and that keeps you very grounded. And High Priestess will always help you keep that good sense of foundation on the ground at the same time, while sensing something that you can't prove in a scientific sense, right? Or in 3D. The Justice card, I think that you and your person might need to come to some type of agreement. If something happened, you may need to have some communications that require, a Libra card is something, is an air card. So it takes logic and reason and whatnot. You may need some real application of communication. And I see it happening. This is a major arcana. This is a weekly reading, but I see this happening, right? And now, always, since cards have multiple meanings, for some of you, it could be that this person is married. But it could be that the worst is over for their situation with this other person, and therefore that's why you're starting off in this great footing, because whatever happened with this other person is over, and you can move forward, and this is your wish come true, that this is ended with this other person. Okay. You are a Page of Cups. You are looking at this with childlike wonder. You see, the entire, the entire world ahead of you. You have all this love, and you can't wait to get this thing started. What you have to offer right now is a little on the fishy side, because you don't really know what all you're dealing with, especially if this person has been committed before. You definitely want to be careful not to jump in. I think that you've been a little careful about what you communicate to this person. I think you haven't really let this person see who you are completely yet, and no wonder. Something was wrong, whether it was in someone else's relationship, and you're not necessarily trusting what you're sensing. So, sometimes people have a reason for wearing a mask and not oversharing everything. I get the sense, though, you kind of feel like, because you don't know all this yet, right? This isn't something you've seen in the real world. You're sensing this stuff, but I think that you're also so confused, especially when you don't even know if you can trust your intuition here, that you're not being completely open with this person, that, you know what, maybe you're not necessarily walking away. What I sense is that you just don't even want to look at the love that you want to give, because it's just kind of painful because of this darkness and this unclarity. I think, though, that you have a little baggage yourself, but it's not the first time I've seen that happen, where a person has some baggage, and they're dealing with somebody who's got some as well. But I think that whatever's going on with you, you're ready to make that journey, even with the baggage in tow. Or it could also be that you're willing to handle whatever baggage this person is bringing from that other situation. All right, so let's see what your person has to say. And I can't do the shuffling offline unless I want to do some extra editing, so I'm just going to do a couple of quick shuffles for you. I know that that's no fun. I could do a song and dance, but I don't think that's what you're here for. No, I'm kidding. All right. So let's see. All right. What have we here? This is what your person is thinking. And the overall energy is death. But don't forget, this really means transformation in a lot of ways, letting go of the old, in with the new. Let's see. So your person is going through some transformative energy. And I think that kind of makes sense given what you were thinking, right? When we were looking at your cards. Your person isn't quite done with the fight. So whatever is come to a complete end for them, they're still battling some, it could be inner demons or whatever, since those cards were from your point of view, maybe you think the worst is over, but this person still sees some potential battles on the horizon. Your person is a Knight of Cups. Oh, well, they're not ready to bring in anything, a really strong committed relationship, but they will at least get started with something. And it's not just a passion project. There's emotion here. This is the cups. Potentially it could go someplace that is more committed, and your person sees that potential in you. They see a strong stability with you even. But, you know, if they just came out of another relationship, you know, this isn't necessarily, you know, exactly necessarily what they should be looking at right away, unless their relationships if their relationship was with another person that was breaking up. Perhaps it's been long over anyhow, and maybe they have been looking for this for a long time. Who knows? You know your situation. So, your person is a King of Wands. They are very magnetic. They could be very, very good looking, or just their personality is such that people are drawn. And they're very self-assured and don't necessarily need anyone. But they see that they could have it all with you. And this is, you know, resources can be love, trust, the whole 9 yards. This is suggesting to me that they are just so tired of whatever went wrong either between you or with this other person, and they're ready to focus on everything that's wonderful. They trust you enough to be vulnerable with you. That's amazing. Okay, so even if they see they still fear some battles on the horizon, they are definitely ready. They are going. You know, they have all these choices here, and they see the one that they want. They want you, and they're gonna focus on that. And they looks like even if they have to well, you know, it's interesting because on one hand they fear the fight. What are they fighting here that they need to in terms of making this choice? So maybe they just don't care what anyone thinks, is basically what they're saying here, because they've transformed and they're ready to move on. So whatever happened with this other person, or whatever happened, maybe if it was with you, and maybe other people don't understand and don't think it's a wise choice to start. Your person doesn't care. Your person is ready to defend this. Regardless of what anyone thinks, they're ready to defend it. All right, let's see what the romance angels have to say. Deception. Didn't we talk a little bit about that, or was that in yours? Yeah, there was a lot of moon energy in the other one. But as we talked about, that sometimes it's necessary. So let your friends help you. So yeah, maybe your friends are a little better than theirs. I don't know. But I think that your true friends are going to understand this, regardless of whether this person came out of a situation with someone else, or it was so bad between you two that, you know, that you're going to have a hard time facing your friends, that you want to start over again. I think that you can count on them. They are going to understand whatever happened. I mean, if what happened between you guys, if it was between you and this person, and it was so horrible that there was abuses going on, that's a whole other thing. Then of course not. But I don't think this person would see all this stability and whatnot if it were that bad, right? So whatever happened must be something your friends can support you on if they truly understand. You might need them, because, you know, this is not the easiest journey that you've been on, right? You might want to just go ahead and open up to them. Wow. Okay. Well, I did wonder if the soulmate card was going to show up, and it sure did. I am so glad to hear that, because I felt like, you know, that this journey was really big between you guys, and I definitely see that that your person is definitely sees who you are to them. And here is what the message, my deck, I have my own deck here, and I was shuffling a little here behind the background, seeing what they have to say here. It says, I hope you are marriage material or someone to share my life with. A true, trustworthy friend. Getting to know you, I risk. Well, that's your reading, and I hope you like it. Please hit like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, if you need to put a dislike, I prefer constructive criticism because I am new and I appreciate it. Okay, thanks. Bye.